So it's no surprise for those that watch my videos. You'll know that I talk about me believing in myself so often. I talk about it all the time. And I think what stems from that is my past experiences that I had when I was younger. Achieving the small goals. And I say when I was younger, but even within the past decade, the past 5 years, the past few years, couple of years, even last year, and even this year as well, I have achieved smaller goals. Things that I wanted to achieve that might not be this big event or thing, but I wanted to own, have, do, etc. And I've done it. And I think what allowed me to achieve all of those things was seeking. And what I mean by that is constantly looking and seeking for that thing that I want. Now, I talked about in the past and a couple of years ago where I had small goals and all that. And I say that because a couple of years ago there was some goals that I remember vividly that I was going after. And it was ones where I had to wait sort of quite a long time to get or achieve. And it was one of those things where I kept going back every single day and trying to achieve this goal. I was putting in work, effort, time to try and get this thing that I want or do this thing that I was doing. And after some time and patience, most importantly, it was quite a patient game in a way, but I was able to achieve those smaller goals. And that's just because I kept coming back every single day. And I was putting in the same amount of effort, the same amount of time and, well, yeah, I was going to say effort again. Same amount of time, effort. And there was other things as well, but that showed me achieving those smaller goals, showed me that I can do the things that I wouldn't say that I thought I couldn't do, but that were a little bit challenging. And I proved to myself that I can do those things if I keep going back to a goal every single day. It might not work out one day, but it doesn't mean it's not going to work out the next day. And even if it doesn't work out the next day, it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen at all. And that's what I've realised, achieving these smaller goals. That's what I think about this year. That's what I've thought about last year, a couple of years ago, ever since I achieved those smaller goals. I realised, well, I done all of these things. I wanted it bad enough. And I think that's what separates the people that achieve things to the people that don't, is how bad they want it. As much as everything else, there's other things most importantly. But I think that is also important as well, is how bad do you want something? And it was that thing of me. It was that thing where, as I have been saying, I just kept going back. I kept seeking. And I was asking myself questions on, if one day never worked out, then I was like, right, okay, how am I going to do this? And I just kept finding solutions and ways. Every single no I got, it brought me closer to a yes. And that's what I feel like they don't teach you in school. They don't teach you in anywhere else apart from living in the real world. Is that every no, every rejection, every day that it might seem like hasn't gone your way, but in a way it's leading up to you having that day where you do achieve something. And I feel like that is what's so important. And I feel like that's what people forget. Even myself, it's taken me a lot of time. It's taken me a few years, maybe even more, maybe less, to understand that as well. That things do take time as well. And I know I talk about it, it might sound like deja vu for some people just because I talk about it a lot, but as well, it takes time. But remember, even if it does take time, it might take a long time, it might take a short time for me. For the goals that I'm going after right now, for the goals that I've gone in the past, it's taken longer than I thought. And that's obviously, I think that is because back then when I was going after my small goals, I had that much determination that I was able to get it done in one day. But the reality is it doesn't really work like that. And I also think about that now, about how it might take longer than I think. But it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen at all. And in the meantime, we can seek, we can look for answers. We can think of what went wrong and just figure out solutions to help us. And that's what separates, I believe, in my opinion, that's what separates the people that achieve something or that get what they want, essentially, than the people that maybe don't. I think I can't really speak for everyone. Apologies if it sounds like I'm trying to speak for everyone. I'm not trying to be like that. But what I've realised is I feel like the world needs to be more patient. And I'm not only saying that I'm not only mentioning the world when I say that, but I'm talking about myself as well. I feel like we all need to be more patient. And for me, I've told myself that I've got this goal. I'm very ambitious. I'm very determined. I want to go after it. I'm going to pick this goal. I'm going to go after it. And if it takes me a decade, more than a decade, that's fine. But the point still remains the same, that one day I will achieve that goal. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for understanding. I hope that you can understand what I was saying. Again, take what resonates, take what doesn't. If there's things that you didn't understand, then that's totally fine. If there's things that you don't want to understand, just let it go in one ear and come out the other. That's totally fine. Thank you again for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate it if you could please like this video, subscribe down below, and if you know anyone that may benefit from watching this, then I would very much appreciate it if you could please share this video to them. Thank you so much, and I will see everyone in the next one.